It's the show that doesn't end, everybody. Round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Welcome back. Hold to the Pen HQ. Big man, big mouth, big apple. Big stud, baby. Stud muffin. Coming at you, Johnny boy, at John Laghezza. Holler at me on the Bird app. Any time of day, any day of the week. You know me, man. No rest for the weary round here. Steve Dubb, D-Rock, Fire Sports, Tyler C. Usual suspects. NBA props, nice and early today. Buen dias, my friend. Good morning. Jeremy C., Eric C., Travis C. Oh, my goodness, things are getting crazy. I've been hearing more and more about that. People loving the interaction that's going on here. Tons of sharp people, right? Iron sharpens iron. I don't know, it's funny. There are content creators that want stupid followers, right? And I'm the opposite. I want the sharper followers. I don't want people to just tail brains zombies, looking for brains. We're going to give you the info. We're going to give you the nuance of context, application, advanced statistics, betting theory, experience, maybe a laugh or two, and more right here. Call to the Pen HQ. Rate, review, and subscribe. Please press the like button. We're on a mission right now. 25 likes for the daytime parlay. We got 4. There's 4 afternoon games. We'll do an algo read and a parlay. Let's get to 25 likes. Come on, we can do that. Stick your cartoon finger up inside me. Maybe enough likes, and I'll finally shake this throat issue I've got going on. Man, I miss all you guys. Stug, we got new people back in at OPMG. Can't forget about you. This is just awesome. Really, really cool. All right, enough of that. More of this, everybody. We're going to start from the 2 p.m. games because it's really like a limited slate. We've been focusing more on the nighttime stuff. So for my commuters, my PM commuters, I just, not say I can't help you, but I focused a little bit more on the back end. And when we have these limited slates, we really bring the smoke, right? So I love this kind of stuff because the full slates, it's very compact, right? We're blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm the micro machine guy, but you can't possibly get it all. Yeah, thanks, Damani. I appreciate you. And these other ones, we get to show you why people kind of follow my BS, right? It's not just stat reading, right? It's a lot of nuance in the context. All right, let's do the thing that we do. Me and you, call to the Pen HQ, everybody. First up, it's Orioles and it's Royals with cheese. We got Blackbirds wearing orange vests, everybody. Going to KC. Grayson Rodriguez. Funny, watch those surface stats. We'll get into that, right? This is what we do here. Going to meet Jordan Lyles. Again, these contact guys, that's the fastest way to get in trouble this year, right? The contact pitchers have just gotten smoked. All right, let's do it. Grayson Rodriguez, 24 and a third so far, 4.07 ERA, 1.4 whip. I'm not buying it. Why? The OPS at 660, FIP, XFIP, down below 3, right? Always the eyebrow raised. 32% K to walk rate is high, and that is the main concern. But he's beginning to tail it. The rest of the disciplinary basket is starting to look pretty strong, right? 22 K minutes walk, 12.5 swing strike, 29 CSW. Those are all pretty strong. Chase rate now back up above average. He has given up some contact, but it really hasn't been bad. Hard hit, but those are on the ground. So 5% barrel, 3/4 of a home run per 9. This is Grayson Rodriguez. You got to like what the young man is doing here. Right, last 2 games, he went 5, gave up 0, went 5, gave up 0. But they were both against Detroit, right? So I want to dig a little deeper. The changeup and the slide are really working. People, we like to use my own triple slash when we refer to individual pitches. Usage, X slug, whiff rate. Deployment, contact quality, swing and miss ability. Right? Very important. Just descriptive. I like X slug. It's readily available. You could use X WOBA. It will correlate perfectly. The correct one is probably X WOBA con, isolated purely to contact. But it's so hard to get and not worth the squeeze. So just to give you an idea, I'm fully transparent here. So the changeup and the slider from Grayson, max 286 expected slug, minimum 32% whiff rate. And he's getting some work in. Thrown at least 90 pitches in every game. The problem here is the foul ball rate. Again, if you're into this advanced stuff, follow me at John Laghezza. The pin tweet will take you to Sharpener. You just click the link. It's free still. Advanced team statistics, team data, hitting, all the bullpen stuff we're going to do. You could sort it. You could split it. Algo scores, the whole 9, man. I'm just here to help you. I've been very lucky in this life, yo. A lot of people struggling and stuff. I'm free. I live off the grid and stuff. So time to give back. Of course, so Grayson Rodriguez, if it wasn't for the foul ball rate, that's what I mentioned. I get sidetracked. Those stats are very hard to find. You really want to look at foul ball rate, in particular for my K-proppers out there. Foul ball rate is huge. You can't really bet the Grayson K props because the foul ball rate is too huge, and that just limits everything, right? 90 pitches, every pitch is a little more than 1%. So let's hurry up. Again, right, 6 games. I thought I have all the time in the world. Not so much. So I think Grayson is going to be good. I mean, Kansas City offense, obviously, it's not great. However, if you notice it, they're starting to get it going a little bit, right? Last 14 games, I use 14 days, like 500 plate appearances. They're starting to lift the ball, 41% fly ball, but 43% pull. That combination with the 41% hard hit rate. You don't need the barrel. See, and that's the stuff I've covered at The Athletic. Where barrel rates are great, hulking, Jordan Alvarez, Aaron Judge stuff, yes. However, if you pull your elevated fly balls, you're going to get production. League averages 555 batting average on elevated fly ball line drives. So those aren't even just the hard hit ones. So just give an idea. Kansas City, though, right, not very good. And they were a split team. Again, I've been getting people ask me at the expected WOBA to split hand because it's hard to find. So I added that and moved it to the last 14. So again, Kansas City's damage has really been against lefties. You really want to, you got to keep an eye on that stuff. 343 expected WOBA against lefties last 500 PAs. 303 against righties. That's a big difference. 303 is pretty much above average. Just for you people out there, 315 is average, which implies you figure 4.5 runs, give or take. This environment, maybe 4 3/4. Let's go over to Jordan Lyles, man. Who's doing it? We are doing it here. The thing that we do, me and you, the crew, yo. Hang out with Mr. Cooper, Jay Bird on the 1s and 2s. Rate, review, and subscribe. Let's do some betting, man. How about Jordan Lyles? He's been terrible. 6.11 ERA, 1.36 whip, 860 OPS. Earn run indicators not buying what he's selling. Fit north of 6. Expected ERA north of 6. Everything north of 5, 10% K minus walk, 7% swinging strike. That's not going to do it. 18% whiff, 92% in zone contact, right? So now, once you get that high of a contact rate, now you get into it. 56 fly ball, 13% barrel. I mean, this is how you end up on that midnight bust at Tuscaloosa. 419 expected WOBA on contact. Let's get after Jordan Lyles. 3 earned runs or more each of the last 5. 2 earned runs or more in each of the last 3. Righties year to date have a 305 BA, 625 slug. Orr's been struggling a bit. I want to look at Mountcastle. My boy's starting to get up off the mat. So take a look at Mountcastle. I should have a better idea of the pricing. I just know, I know it's juiced up. I don't even look, but it's minus 180. So let's take a look at Mountcastle. Remember, people, we're starting to look at hits first, Jay. So if you don't mind, Jay, you and I growing together as our symbiotic relationship grows. First, let's look for hits. And if a player has the 0.5 hit, and it's at 250 or better, we're going to keep him in mind. If not, right, are we looking at hits right now? This is hits? Yeah. So if it's 1.5 hits, we're not interested. You move the bases. Because 2 hits, you don't want that, and it's juiced up, and you say, forget this. So Mountcastle's more of like a DraftKings player or something like that. So anyway, sorry about that. But that's kind of how you get there. And also he's been good but not great. Last 31 PAs, this is Mountcastle against righties, 290 BA, but only 450 slug, 161 ISO. See how it falls a little bit short of our parameters? And now you don't want to pay any juice. So, yeah, listen, Baltimore has a 3-phase edge, and I usually look for that as a sign to cover. Right? The Kansas City bullpen has been pretty much improved, though. The last 50 innings, not bad. 30% K rate as a squad. Give up a lot of hard hits, but they're keeping in the park. So, again, we've been kind of chasing these Baltimore run lines. So I think that's I don't know if can you have sharp money on run lines? I'm not sure anymore. The books keep playing with the pricing. Somebody's got to be sharp. But I'm not buying what the Royals are selling. I like Rodriguez, especially through 5. So I think that's probably your best bet. Is probably Baltimore through 5. I'm going to let it slide. We'll come back to it, maybe. But I guess you know what? Why don't you bring up the prices, BJ? There's only 6. There's only 6 games because we had the 4 in the early end. So we'd be looking F5 run line cover. I think we got to look to cover up. No way we're getting any juice. 120. Hold on. Let me hit with the algo. Again, you get all this stuff if you follow me. I keep pumping all this free workout. It's like it was supposed to be 25 cents a day. You were supposed to give me 25 cents a day for this stuff. But whatever, I don't really care anymore. I just don't care anymore. It's never about that for me. If it was about that, I wouldn't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess I'm sorry, I got lost a little bit. To keep that 120, I guess we could go for it, Jake. Go for it. I'm sorry. I was going to check the algo and I got stuck on my foot in my mouth, promote my stuff. But I got pretty strong signals. So I have a full run across 5. I got 1 3/4 across the game. So, again, those are very strong. Right? Model, a run in a model full run is like a lot. So yeah, let's go. Hopefully we'll get this one. We really should smash Lyles. I'm hoping for like all the goodness. I've been noticing books too, kind of messing with the F5 team totals. I want to start thinking about hitting these 2.5s, but understanding that again. I'm here talking about understanding my model and reading it myself. I think you have to lower that space. It's not gonna read 3.5 to cover that. But remember when I mentioned if you get the top numbers, it means it gives you the ability to run, right? So a 6 in the model is how you score 13. You're never gonna get 13. That doesn't happen. If your model's giving you 13 runs, you're probably doing it wrong. I'm sorry. So give you an idea right there. Nuance, context, feather sticking out the cap. Right? Tomorrow, no one cares about breaking down the games. People care about the lessons that stick with them. Hopefully you're getting that here. It really means a lot to me. Rate, review, and subscribe. Get up in the comments afterwards. Holla at your boy, yo. All right, so I guess that's enough for that one. We got some money on the Blackbirds again. I'm just hooked on the Orioles. And like I said, I really like Rodriguez for 5. I just feel like we have such a strong edge there, but lately I can't buy a winner, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm very extremely open with stuff. I don't think I'm too open about losing. I get asked that. So I'm like, yeah, you talk about losing a lot. Yeah, I talk about losing a lot. You know why? Because everyone talks about winning a lot. So let's get to the next one. It's a Twinkies. Pablo Lopez going to the wrong side of town in a Windy City. Pale hose. Luke Giolito, Paisan, and the White Sox. Lopez, 4 ERA, 111 whip across 36 innings flat. 665 OPS looking really good. Earn run indicators, disciplinary basket just popping off the page. Again, that pitching sheet I keep referring to, it's all conditionally formatted. So I have found if you don't really understand all this stuff, this will help you because the formatted numbers will give you an idea of average and how things stick out. And then as you look at them again, right, you're learning. Earn run indicators all below 3.25, 3.3, let's say. So the ERA almost 3/4 of a run higher than all the indicators. We're not buying it. Stuff plus in the fastball, which I included now, is at 101, 31% K to only 6 walk. Love that. 15 swing and strike, 30 whiff. 65 first strike, 42 O swing. Then we go bully metric. The bully metric. That's your first strike plus chase rate. If they equal 100, right? You get up, you get ahead, and then you induce chases. And that's how you get hitters to shite in your pants. That's how you do it. So, I mean, this might be one of the – they might have the highest bully rate in the league. 65 and 49. Just popping up the page. 82 in-zone contact. This is Pablo Lopez. Keeping it down 46% of the time. 3/4 of home run per night. Only 282 expected WOBA. Just fantastic. Devastating to lefties, by the way. Let's check the hand notes. Pablo added the sweeper this year. 20% use, 257 X-lug, 39 whiff. Money pitch. Money pitch. Keep an eye on those Twins also. Something we talk about all the time. The organizational focus. Which teams are getting the most from their pitchers? Who's maximizing it? Who's commanding efficacy? Right now it's the Twins. Right? So I think it might even be a sweeper for all these guys. But right now, Pirates, Guardians, Twins, Dodgers. Although Dodgers, it was injuries and stuff. Be careful about. Excuse me. They're doing the right thing and getting the most out of these guys. Sorry, excuse me. I'm dying here. The fastball is now at 95 miles an hour for Pablo Lopez, up a full mile an hour. Sustaining that 30% whiff rate, which I'm buying. First 26 innings out the box. Only 5 earned runs, 33 strikeouts. Last 10 innings, he gives up 11. But it's under near 500 BABIP. I'm not sure. Are we buying that, crew? I don't know if I'm buying a 500 BABIP on Pablo. He looks really good to me. Now, Chicago did get a couple key pieces back, but the offense is gross. 214 team batting average the last 500 plate appearances. 291 OBP, 630 OPS. These are all like bottom 5. Only 5 doubles. Yikes. 44 runs. 50% ground ball, a 281 WOBA, 75 WRC plus. They have a 290 or worse expected WOBA against lefties and righties split. So righties especially bad. Bottom 3, 272 against righties. I'm buying. I'm into the Pablo bouncy backy here. Let's buy the dip on Mr. Lopez. So I think the Twins are going to win this one. I'm seeing like a 130, 125. I also, Jay, I want you to check that Buxton hit thing. I had Buxton hit ringing and like it got pulled. So let's do the other side. Luke Giolito, while you're doing your thing, again, I didn't see it. I'm going to have to ask for it again. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm flopping pages here. So Giolito, always the mystery, right? 34 and 2/3, 4.15 ERA, but the 118 whip, 744 OPS. Just that, like, man, everything's kind of meh, right? What are you getting meh? Just a lot of meh. Everything's 4 on the nose, expected ERA, Sierra, everything 4. PFIP, at literally 4.00. Stuff plus 93, not very good. The 4% walk rate is really encouraging. I think that's kind of carrying the whole basket here. 53 first strike is too low. 31 O swing is too low. The in zone contact at 87 is too high. 47 fly ball is too high. The 10% barrel is too high. Maybe I'm not buying this. 297 expected WOBA, 355 on contact. The problem's been the righties, right? Righties have the 800 OPS. First 2 starts this year for Gio. 4, he gave up 2. He went 5, he gave up 7. Last 4 games he's been running. 2.45 ERA, 0.90 whip. The fastball, hyper usage, 48 use, 460 X lug, 19 whiff. Not great. Yeah, right. I'm not sure if I'm buying this, man. The changeup, though, dope, 38% whiff rate. But getting hit hard, 640 X lug, 6 extra base hits allowed so far. Righties, I mentioned, the 800 OPS, 289 batting average on the year. I mean, are we selling the rip? I'm not sure. So now let me check that Buxton hit. That's what I wanted. Yeah, okay. So you know what? Okay. But Jay, I see you. We'll keep that one marked. Because I really want to get into these, see if we can start nailing these base props, which again, we've talked about that we're doing very well, right? I hope people don't see this like I'm abandoning the ship, but you got to understand a plus 150 on total bases is difficult to hit. Yeah, we were kind of gaudy, we were going nuts. Now we're getting smoked right now, ripping barrels left and right, getting Laghezza. So if you can get the single hit, you don't worry if it's juice. You take the juice, you pair it with someone else that's strong. All right, let's take a look really quick. The Bucks and stuff is just crazy, man. He's been so good. Last 45 PAs against righties, 324 BA, 1206 OPS. That's a 459 ISO. Just doing the whole thing, right? And he's been aggressive, which of course we love. 4 home runs, 5 doubles in that span. I want to just look at the lineup spot really quick. I think they bumped him down, right? Yeah, they moved him like the 3 and 4 hole, which is fine. Although every once in a while he moves up. But, we're going to land Bucks in. Make sure he's part of that. Make sure he's part of your sheet today. Because even if Gio is good, I think Buxton gets a piece. Minnesota offense kind of clicking up the last 2 weeks. Top 5 in home runs, end runs, 783 team OPS on the back of a double-digit walk rate. They're putting the ball in the air 43% of the time, pulling the ball 42 again. Combined with the 4400 hard hit rate and the double-digit barrel. You're going to find a lot of times that's why I have these things up here, not because I like them. Because it's just stuff that matters, right? I actually just wrote about this in The Athletic yesterday. Like, where do I have time for this stuff? I don't know. Using stats and combinations, right? Everybody wants the barrel rate, right? Barrel rate. But barrel rate is set on BBEs. So you can hit one ball and have one barrel. You have 100% barrel rate. But if you had 300 plate appearances, you can do very good. This is the Miguel Sano principle, right? So we have to start adding frequency. Again, these are kind of, hopefully, the things that I do. How juice was Minnesota again, man? I don't know I don't know if I feel a little greedy. Let's get into the bullpen stats and see. I don't know if I feel too a little greedy looking for a run line cover here, man. Because the Twinkies bullpen has been really bad. 5 ERA, 6.15 whip. Sorry, that's Minnesota. Chicago, not any better. 6 ERA, 1.6 whip. Gosh, they need Hendricks back bad. So how about the F5 cover? Because I guess like if Gio's bad, it should be really bad. And if Pablo's good, it should be really good. OPMG saying we can get positive money in the Twins at 5. I'd get with that. Like, I'll roll with that. Yeah, okay, let's do that, bad boy. Cool. Cool beans, OPMG, my boy. Fire Sports, I hear you, homie. I hear you. A lot of really sharps. You know what else? I want some of the audio-only people. I know you're not going to go, check the comment section. But we keep referring to the energy and the sharpness of it for a reason. And I think what you'll notice is there are people who are going against me. And there are people who have bets laid without me getting to it. And that's a testament to the crowd here, right? So, again, you want to be surround yourself with sharp people, smart people with good, positive attitudes that work hard, that want you to succeed as well. That's like great advice outside of gambling. Jay, we should have been full screen. We could have clipped that one. All right, let's move it on. Twins cover. God, I've not been doing good run lines, but I'm not giving up. I'm not going to just fold. We're going to be smart. We're going to keep our risk in check, and I'm going to go down with this shit, baby. It's what we do. It's only May. All right, next up. Oh, get your pens and pencils. I got some pitching analysis for you. We're going to course. Wade, Guy, Smiley, Miley against Connor Seabold. I actually lied to you. Can you believe it? First time. May 4th, first time you caught me lying on record. I have to admit. I actually have pitching analysis. I can't believe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking for hit props. I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Seabold. Well, I guess we do Miley first. He's good, right? Okay, we're not going to get into now we're doing pitching analysis. But we do want to look for some of the weaker stuff. Again, Miley kind of hard to pick on. 595 max OPS lefty-righty split. That's really a tough spot to be. 186 ERA, I might not be buying, but the whip is really good because of 3% walk rate. That's going to make it really tough. And the Colorado offense has been trashola this year, like short of Bryant. But it's Seabold I wanted to look at because I think we might be able to get something to. No, I'm not pitching. We're hitting it, guys. Doing pitching analysis. DDP, what's up? I didn't catch you, man. Damani, too. I think I shouted you before, but you get it twice. Nicey nice, like a little bit nice. So nice we do it twice, boy. All right, Connor Seabold. You know me, I always look for these bad fastballs, right? So, and if you're going to do anything in course, look to hit. The fastball's coming in at 93 miles an hour. But the thing I see is the 60% use, right? So that's too high. Hitters wait for that stuff. So 60 use on the fastball in his career. We can't go back to the 5 innings this year or whatever. Lefties have a 390 batting average, 1,100 OPS. Righties 340, 983 respectively. So I think it's okay to look to beat on this guy. I was just looking at DK. I only had one book up. I got Anderson. Look, oh my, Nick Johnson. Get out of my mind. Get out of my spreadsheet into my car, dude. Let's go for a ride. Yeah, it's Anderson and Tellez, right? So Brian Anderson this year against right-handed fastballs, 33% barrel, 451 expected WOBA. Roddy Tellez, 85 contact, 16 barrel, 381 ISO. Right, so that's where we want to be looking. Can we pair those hit props together, Jay? Or are they both 1.5 hits because it's cores? I wouldn't be surprised. And then if not, okay, so who's that? That's Rowdy. And how about Brian Anderson? Now, because Brian Anderson has 2, can we take – it's like a matter of integrity here, right? I want to be thought of as always is staying in – having great integrity. I think it's important. But since it's second, we've been using that rule. Can we go with the second one? That feels fair to me. Like I said, I don't want to mislead anybody. So let's pair Tellez and Anderson, providing it's plus money, because that first one was pretty jacked. Yeah. It's right there. All right. Give them the 70 cents, you bastards. You got to be cheap, man. Yo, player prop savant up in the house. Everybody, hat tip our boy. He's going to be our special guest here tomorrow, man. Really, appreciated goats in the space with their own lives and crews and subs and stuff. Taking personal time out to hang with us. So, player props about we respect you, we appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow. The chair's warm, waiting for you. I hope you eat your freaking Wheaties, bruh. Get your cold brew on, Mo. We don't play, man. You know how to play. 115 or EV off the crack of the bat every freaking day. You wouldn't know if I won or lost the day before, man. That's what it's all about, man. Except I can't stop talking about it. Larry L, what's going on? Rain and issue in Colorado. Yeah, I think we're looking for hits. I think it's okay. Right, we're looking for base hits. Home runs. I need my young apprentice because it's very hard to cover everything. Right, you're absolutely right. Weather should have been a concern, and I did. I want to admit that I didn't pick up with that L for love. But for single bases, it's not that crazy. Again, I'm a student of the Derek Hardy, coaching tree. Like that's me. Where you show me 15, 18, 20 miles an hour swirling, different story. Show me like 8, I don't care. So yeah, Anderson and Tellez, which means what? They're going to get shut out. Of course, Colorado going to score 20, man. I swear. Trying to nail these Colorado games is just something. Hope everyone's having fun, getting to really dig into these games a little bit more than usual. Great job, Jay. You're the man. Everyone, how great is Jay Bird? Hang with Mr. Cooper on the 1s and 2s, man. One of the hardest working young men I've had the privilege of, coming in contact with. And there's some real winners in this business. Man, I have fun today. I'll tell you, I got a lot of personal stuff going on, and I don't let it bring me down. I'm like the judo guy. I like to take the negative. You got to freaking harness that, man, because I don't want to get too philosophical. Energy is amazing, like, and it's not to be wasted, right? Remember, energy also, like money, is never gained or lost. It's only transferred. Man, this is some real stuff, but so negative energy. Don't let it take from you. Yeah, Tyler C., we're up in here. It's so great today for my Bill and Ted people, which is so funny. I think that says everything about me, right? That I will quote Socrates and Bill and Ted's in the same thing. But yeah, it's Stoicism Day at the deep thinkers here. But yeah, listen, don't let negative energy take you down. You can take that negative energy and harness it and produce from it and gain from it. You know what I'm telling you, man? When I mentioned that before, surrounding yourself with positive people, not to get on some karma or hippie stuff, but people that want you to succeed, that's some of the best advice. Like, I was a street guy growing up, always getting into trouble and stuff, getting arrested, whatever. And it's not even that I still hang out with people to get arrested. They're the good ones, You got to be with people that want you to succeed, not the people that are happy when you fail. All right, let's keep moving, man. Comment section blowing up. People just loving it, man. It's what we do, It's what we do. I really appreciate everybody here, You guys are all so cool. The men and women out there in the crew. All right, let's get back into the games, right? It used to be, at one point, this was a baseball show. Seattle Mariners and George Kirby, going to Oaktown to meet the Elephants, balancing on beach balls, and Drew Rosinski. Kirby's been fantastic, man. He is fantastic. It's unfortunate sometimes we allow like fantasy stuff, and I'm part of it, to drive these narratives because strikeouts are such a big part of fantasy. Kirby is a way better real-life pitcher than fantasy. He doesn't get the love he deserves. 2.93 ERA, 0.95 whip. Okay, remember we talk about these indicators. FIP below 3, Walk rate below 2%. But now he's carrying a 30% whiff rate. So maybe some of those, like the accusations, right, and the lack of, no kid, Nick J with the 41 Cy Young. Sorry, I got Ohtani. So we may be battling to the end on this one, brother. So the control for Kirby was, people knew that, right? We're not breaking any news here. But the strikeout stuff, I think people were worried. And again, you see the 20% K rate, but that's why you come hang with us. 30% whiff rate, 35.5 O swing. Yeah, the contact is there, but it gets you with the sinker, 42% ground ball, 4% barrel, 575 max OPS lefty-righty split. Really, really strong stuff. Ceiling, like, is everything for Kirby, 4+ pitches, he can throw to lefties or righties, and fastball coming in at 95 miles an hour, carrying the 30% whiff rate with the elite shape. He's got very good shape, right? 13 inches vertical drop, so that's pretty flat, right? Anything 12, 13 or less. Remember, we want less vertical drop in the four seam. We want the fastball not to sink. We want it to run left and right. 13 or less vertical, 9 or more horizontal. Kirby, check. With the plus velo, right? 95 is not like nuts, but anything up over 93 with good shape, you could throw up and get whiffs. So I'm just hoping everyone is kind of understanding how these things work. And, why we use all the stats that we do, because they sing us a story. So Kirby, very, very good. Flip side, Drew Rosinski, not so much. I mean, it's only been 5 2/3. I don't want to knock him for the 1,000 OPS, whatever. It's silly, right? So I'm just looking at the basket. It's a fastball, slider, and sinker. But there was one thing that kind of stuck out to me is the velo, or I guess I would say the lack, right? The lack thereof. So it's been a massive. I mean, they're not top 90. I think he tops out at 89. So to me, that's a massive struggle, topping out at 89. Yeah, somebody mentioned J-Rod in the comments, of course. J-Rod anytime. I've actually got my boy. Oh, his player prop is still here. Our boy, right? He's my friend now, too. Jared Kelnick. Perfect spot for him today. Jay, in the PC, please. Right, especially guys that are, although I think he's hitting up like second or third lately. Let me just check it. I got to confirm. And I think he has. Yeah, Kelnick hitting his way right into the top of the lineup. He's hit second or third last few days. So he's a total base guy, but I've been into these hit things now also. So, man, 190 hit is nice. Inside is up, in the house. What's going on? We hear you barking, dog. So, yeah, Mark Kelnick for that. Let's get into the Kelnick stuff really quick. He's been really, really good. And I was all over that. One of the few W's. These things happen, right? For the L's I'm always taking. I guess okay. So 82 plate appearances against righties so far on a year. This is Kelnick with 288 batting average, 575 slug, 288 ISO. And I think shrinking in, I think it's been even better. 269, 577, 308 slash. So kind of the same thing. Kelnick's just been very strong. I wanted to get into some of the granular stuff with him also because I'm just a big Kelnick stan. So check it out versus righties on the year. 58% hard hit, 17 barrel, 10% blast, a 385 expected WOBA, and 5 shamalama ding dong. So I really like Kelnick today. What was the price, Jay? I should have asked for the total base price. Again, I kind of derailed myself with the lineup spot, and then I realized I derailed myself earlier and I just didn't remember. I'm sorry. Yo, with the disrespect. Yo, disrespecting my boy with the half total bases. Yo, you better get with the program books. Now, 108 not juicy enough. I'd rather have him part of the bases because we're getting some average here. So let's get with Kelnick. And how about the pricing on this game also? Oh my gosh, what this is like juiced to the balls. Although I gotta admit, do me a favor, bring up the F5 totals. The F5 I was alluding, sorry, I should have been more informative. I was alluding to the full game run line. It's juiced to minus 150. I will never pay that. That's like a parlay thing. If not, never. I'm not going to pay that ever. Now, I'm looking at that 04. You see those 04s? That's the one time I will pay juice on totals, people, when it's the flat number. Right, then it's worth the 20 cents to even for that run. Again, it's a misprice, but they just know people are stupid. Jay, should we do a lesson really quick? How about a quick lesson for everybody? My favorite lesson. And my favorite new philosopher, right, new age philosopher, George Carlin, would say, think about how stupid the average person is. And you go, wow, average person's pretty stupid. Then you have to realize half the people are stupider than that. You go, whoa, It's the truth, man. So books are going to take advantage of you. Also, one more quick lesson. This one is a real one. I tweeted this earlier. Please follow me on Twitter. It's more than just the 25 cents a day shilling for my betting work, but lots of free lessons. I do some PSAs, right? Public service announcements. This one was my boy Jared Kelnick. I took the screenshot and everything. So books have found themselves in a spot right where we've talked about this. They moved from 0.5 total bases to 1.5 total bases. Total bases are hits only. We all know this. You have to look for the base hit prop opposed to the total base prop. I'm going to bring this one up. I actually have it. Like I said, this is legit. This is real time today. So the total base prop for Kelnick is on DraftKings. The total base prop 0.5 was minus 190. The hit prop 0.5, which is the same thing, was minus 220. So just to give you an idea of, they're taking advantage of stupid people that are not thorough, But for even us sharps, when you get into the half realm, make sure you look at both. When it comes to 1.5, I don't like to be tempted with the juice to need 2 hits. I'd rather try and get it as a double in one, provided it's a plus money bet in the first place. Looking for 2 hits is very difficult. We keep finding ourselves looking for 2 hits because we keep getting stupid singles in the first inning and then going 0 for 4. Anyway, enough of that more of this. It's the Chopping Braves and Dylan Dodd going to Miami to face the Jesus Lizard. Dodd, he tricked us in spring training. 9 1/3 so far, 7.71 ERA, 1.82 WHIP. It's been a rough go. OPS north of 1,000. Expected ERA north of 7.5. Deserved ERA north of 8. Yikes. The walk rate of 2, but the K rate of 14. Not going to do it. Living in the middle of the zone. Again, I use I use location metrics on that pitch sheet that I continuously refer to. Yes, Jay, please. I'm sorry. I meant to lock that in. Jay speaking to me through the fourth dimension. Telekinesis. True symbiosis. So yes, people, we want to hit the F504. I'm just getting ahead of myself. I was supposed to go and cite the algo, which again, when it screams like this, I just go for it. Algo screaming Seattle cover, screaming F5 over, providing it's on the 4. So we're going to pay to snap a juice to get the 4, hopefully cover it. I have a feeling, that the Mariners get it all on their own. D-Rock, I like the Arias total base every day. Okay, every day. And he's like a doubles machine too. So, yeah, he's fantastic. He's really a fantastic hitter. Anytime there's ever a pitcher that struggles with lefties at all, he's a guarantee. He's a guarantee. All right, let's move it up. So it's Dodd. Yeah, he stunk. 2 games, went 5, gave up 1, went 4 in the third, gave up 7, right? So don't let the blow off the other one. But even if you go back to the minors, 4.9 ERA, 1.5 whip, like how did that earn a promotion? Bad fastball, fellas. Bad fastball. And hyper use, right? So generally, not only are we looking for a bad fastball, if he only throws it 10% or 50% of the time, whatever, you're going to slide. But the fastball's at 91. This is for Dylan Dodd on the Braves. 16 times 10 on the shape, which I like. But 54 use, 566, X-Lug, 12 whiff. Think about that. That's atrocious. That's one of the worst fastball triple slashes that there is. Right? You're throwing it more than half the time. 566 X-Lug, not inducing whiffs. So a major problem there for Dodd. And in particular, I think the struggle is with lefties. So I want to get what Jorge Soler. Bring up the Soler stuff. And we're going to actually do a little bit. This will be cool because I'm going to do some of my own thinking and out loud. Well, I guess I do a lot of my thinking out loud. But I wanted to get to, because I get this question a lot. How do you decide one from the other, right? And I get it. And it's tough. So I don't have a definitive answer, meaning total bases versus hits and all that stuff. But you can try and use the numbers to put yourselves in the strongest probabilistic scenario as possible. Right, so, all right, let's dive into Soler against lefties. He's just killing it this year. Killing him. It's like a lock. 333 BA, 889 slug, 889 slug, 1367 OPS. That's a 556 ISO, a double, and 3 Shamalamas. The granular stuff, really good, too. 57 hard hit, 36 barrel. I had to double check it. A 582 expected WOBA, 5 home runs, right? So when you think about Soler, that's let's now get to the Soler stuff, me, Jay. I want to show where, I think this is the kind of guy where it's pure stick. We don't want the hits. I think this is the total base prop. Is it plus money? It's not plus money. I hate that. Which is funny because I'm never going to understand all the pricing disparities here. The price for the hit is the same as players whose total bases are positive. So even though I was here talking about numbers, well, let's use other numbers. Right? I wanted to let the ISO and the slugging speak to the total bases. But I just have the hard and fast rule about paying juice on total bases. We've done that well. I'm not about to start paying penalties. But the price for the hit is not where it should be, relatively. So we'll mark him as well. And that gives us 4 right now by my count, Jay. You're doing such a great job of logging this stuff. Thank you. This is going to be beneficial for everybody. Because, again, we talk about this. The way the show has been, we're kind of going and we're betting in real time, right? We're betting in real time as I analyze. But in reality, you should be doing that, but not locking it in. Because you want to get to the end and see how much you've risked. Because daily risk allotment is really at the 4. Oh, man, feather. Get no comments. Come on, did we hit the like thing yet? We got 25 likes. I'm supposed to be asking for these things. A better host would be asking for likes. So press the like button. 24, we need 1 more. So do us. Yeah, Jay, let's do Brian Anderson and Rowdy Tellez. Again, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I'm sorry. But we'll get that all in the recap, which, again, you've done a great job with. So we really like Soler. We'll have to put him in the base props. Let's do the other side. Oh, man, the Jesus Lizard, who I love. Again, I bet him for the Cy Young. And it started out a little better than it's gone. Jesus Lizard, 3.48 ERA, 1.34 whip. The whip a bit high for the ERA, 770 OPS, right? So more bad than good. Estimator is not really buying it. The PFIP, which I like at 3.08, but XFIP at 4, deserve the ERA 4.8. 27K to 8 walk is not bad. The rest of the K basket is strong. 14 swing and strike, 31 CSW, 30.5 whiff rate. That's very good. The chase rate is good. In zone contact rate is good. He's not getting ahead and allowing too many foul balls. What does that tell you? He's trying to be cute, and he's missing around the edges. These things matter. That foul ball rate, I'm telling you, is huge. So Lazaro probably needs, I don't know, but you got to just tighten up the command a little bit. Lots of fly balls. Lots of barrels, right? And he hasn't gotten punished with the home runs, and that's what I was afraid of with the regression monster that might be coming. So I've been losing on this Miami money line constantly. So I like the F5. Let's go F5 totals on this one. Yeah, oh man, come on. They're all at 115. I was hoping for a double. Oh, okay, over. Yeah. So what do you got? 108, 110, 105. Oh, 105, even better. Okay, let's go with that. That one was ringing. Another strong algo ring on that one too. Yeah, very strong. Again, I'm also considering. I haven't printed yet today. I'm considering Atlanta F5 team total, pairing it with LA also. I've been gun shy a little bit. I've been trepidatious. I don't want people to lose on my dime. I've been great. So let's get back into Lazardo. It's been tough, man. The fastball's at 97, which we love. The shape is elite, which is love. Listen, I don't bet the Cy Young. I think that guy's awesome. 15 is a bit steep, not crazy steep. 13.5 run is fantastic. 37 use, 422 X-lug, 19 whiff, which is all like average. But the slider and the change, that combination's killer, yo. 289 max X-lug, 2 pitches. 42% whiff rate minimum, 2 pitches, right? Think about that. 2/3 of the arsenal is a 290 X-lug, 42 whiff. And the thing here is Lazardo's been phenomenal at home. And I've just been a bit stuck on that. Because, I don't know, I more than not hear people say that they don't count them and they don't matter. But I used to joke about this in my first show I ever had. Right? You'd pull up to Lazardo's crib, right? The lawn is mowed, the garbage is taken out, hedge is looking good. Because my man does work at home, right? Half a home run per 9 at home, more than 2 home runs per 9 on the road. Really, really stark split there. Home and away. Again, you really don't hear me quote that. I don't quote it often. 2.31 ERA for Lazardo at home. 6.11 OPS. 6.10 ERA on the road. 1,000 OPS. The thing here, though, is this Atlanta offense is ridiculous. My gosh, they're ridiculous. And we talked about it yesterday. I was like, even when they're bad, they're really good. Right now, the Braves are objectively sine wave down. They're objectively summing that. 13 swing and strike, 34 O swing, 82 zone contact, last 500 plate appearances. Not good. 299 exploit against righties, but they're killing lefties. That's the thing. 3.8, I think it might be number 1. 389 expected WOBA against lefties, last 500 PAs. And then the Braves, a leader in home runs, which drags up the OPS because of the power combination, right? Fly ball at 40, pull at 46, hard hit 44. So even when they stink, they do those things good because this is an organizational thing. The Braves look to get in front. And they know they've got Stick, Riley, Acuna. And Riley's never playing well. It's crazy. The Braves are so good right now. The Braves are just so good right now. That it's really tough to mess with. I kind of tended to think they're going to get their 2 runs. My model has them over it. But I haven't hit it yet. I may. Right, Fire Sports. Super sharp, my man. Love it versus LHP. Shaw Murphy, Acuna. Oh, it's just sick. I know. The Braves are really, really good. So this will be interesting to see if we get like the Lazardo bounce back and how real the home away stuff is for him, at least. Last point to the home away stuff before anybody puts any money on this, on Lazardo, because I feel like I'm making a case to bet the Marlins, Even though we're over, like I said, I'm not really buying. I'm just going to, sometimes I pitch the argument, even if it's not necessarily mine. Right, so what I've heard, which also makes intuitive sense to me, we know teams are using the humidor now with the changed ball. The thing with the humidor is that storage, handling, and transportation are not standardized, right? Meaning, the second the ball comes out of a humidor, it begins to change. Now, again, it's very slow, but it does begin to change. And depending on how you store it, and where it goes, and how long it's out, what the actual temperature is like outside where you are. Remember, at different places are going to change at different rates. The ball is going to change. We also know, see, I know, because I felt so stupid when it came to this stuff. I brought on quantum physics professor, oh my God, Barton Smith. I forgot his name. I felt bad. Sorry, Barton. To talk about this stuff. And the thing is, the ball, as it corrects, right now we're going into science, right? So we've done philosophy, we've done math, we've done science, we've done some English. It's ridiculous. So this is like, the thing with the expansion of the ball is it might not all be equal depending on how it's being stored. So if the balls are on top of each other, it could be trying to grow in a non-equal fashion. So again, why that would matter if you see very strong home stats, okay, is that ball would be the same because you're at home. And if it's different away and grip is different, move could be different, and everything could go from there. So again, we did like 6 jillion lessons today. So we're over Atlanta F5, long story short. And we're going to come at you with a base hit prop for Soler in a minute. Let's do the very last game, everybody. I hope you're really digging the show. It's so much fun to put on. You know, me and Jay working so really hard. Like, I bust my nuts for this show. But I really do love it. Next up, Bluebirds, north of the border. Kevin Gausman going to the northeast quadrant of the U.S. to face Brian Bayo and the Red Laundry. Kevin Gausman, GOAT. Kevin Gausman, GOAT. Oh, that's, I hear you, Fire Sports. I had that one chalked up too. I didn't want to pay the juice. I got to learn, man. The Miami 3.5 team total is worth the juice. I'm going to post that. I'm going to make myself post something that's minus 130. I have Miami team total. The Braves bullpen hasn't been good either. Until Iglesias comes back, like, not worried. So Gausman, the man, the myth, 2.33 ERA, whip at 1.01 flat. All the indicators below 3. Remember, I'm telling you people, that's a great thing. When you see, you look at the sheet, FIP, XFIP, Sierra, deserved ERA, all below 3. Stuff plus on the fastball, 105. Remember, he's got the splitter too. 35K to 4 walk. Oh my gosh. 15 swing and strike, 31 CSW, 32 whiff. Another one, bully. 65.5 first strike, 41-0 swing. He gets up, he gets ahead, he makes you chase his garbage. The man is a bully. Excuse me, the man is a bully. He's also split proof. Check it out. 275 max WOBA. Lefty, righties, home and away. Gee, split proof for sure. It's the fastball, the splitter, and the slider to righties. That fastball, 13.5 by 11. Elite shape. The splitter, one of the best pitches in the game today. 47 use, 147 X-lug, 50 whiff rate. Unbelievable. That slider I mentioned, 41 whiff rate to boot. He's coming off 14 straight scoreless, 24 Ks to only 1 walk. What does that mean, everybody? We probably should be selling the rip. I know. We probably should be selling the rip. I've been toying. I should bring this. I'm going to try and talk my way through this because I don't actually have the pricing of like the Boston stuff. Because it should be low or juiced because the Boston offense has been good. And nobody's looking to play against Gausman right now. So Boston, their F5 team total is 1.5, but only at minus 115, which is just about as low as it'll ever go. So again, I don't think anybody can touch Gausman, but that's how you bet baseball, right? That's just what it is. So he's been dope. Let's hurry up and finish it up. Then we'll do the daytime parlay like I promised. Boston offense rocking and rolling. Maybe the best team in the league right now. Number 1 in runs, average. OBP, 899. Team OPS, what? 17% K, 8.5 swing and strike, 89 zone contact, 46 hard hit, 143 WRC plus. I mean, just killing it right now. Killing it. Good, tough slate for Gausman. I just think he probably gives up 2 runs today, right? Just because it's baseball. Like if somebody asked me why, but how could you get that from those numbers? That's not how you get it from those. They're so good that the pendulum just has to swing. So I'm just kind of letting this one happen right now. Maybe I'll get some Boston action later on. Bayo on the other side, 6.6 ERA, 1.9 whip, 974 OPS. Mixed bag on the earn run indicators, right? XFIP below 4, FIP up near 6, deserved ERA up near 7. The fastball is not very good according to stuff at 77, which is just terrible. 15 K minus walk. 11 swing and strike, not very good. 26 CSW, not getting ahead. 90 in zone contact. Lots of hard hit balls. And it's been a lot of home runs as well. 933 minimum. Lefty-righty OPS split. But he went 2 2/3, gave up 5, 4 2/3, gave up 3, then went 5, gave up 1. The arrow's kind of pointing up for Bayo. Remember, big kind of prospect stuff. Also coming off the injury. The sinker is not great, but the changeup's ridiculous. 157 X-slug, 51 whiff rate. Sounds like Gaussman splitty. Like, it's really good pitch. Lefties have a 390 batting average against. But I saw some cappers looking for power. It's only a 14% fly ball to lefties. So I think that's your bad chalk. The righties probably get him. I've got Vlad and Alejandro Kirk. Kirk was not listed. Kirk I had on the base hit prop. But since we have an even number, it's okay. I'm going to let it go. I'm just fading this one. I'm going to watch this one. Because right now I'm getting bad chalk feeling about these Toronto plays, to be honest. But for the non-believers or the people that want to fade me because I've stunk like a horse's arse the past week, I hear you. It's Kirk and it's Vlad. Remember, Bayo throws a ton of sinkers. That's what you're going to have to hit. You're not getting the changeup. So Kirk, 25 barrel, 400 X-Woba. Vlad, 14 barrel, 540 X-Woba. That's against right-handed sinkers. I went back as far as I could. All right, let's do the parlay, everybody. Actually, let's do the recap really fast. Those are your 2 p.m. and later games. Let's do the 1 p.m. recap. This time I was stupid the other day. I did a board read. I'm going to do the algo. Let's read it with the algo like derp. I already did the work. It's so dumb yesterday the other day. And, of course, they all lost. Yeah, but I mentioned Jordan. What's up, man? Didn't catch you before. Jordan M., thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I mentioned it before, so I mentioned it. Again, see, sometimes I'm not aggressive enough. The last show, we mentioned Mountcastle. He hit 2 bombs that day. Mentioned Varsho. He hit a bomb that day. We might actually hit the Varsho home run prop. Anyway, let's do the recap and then the parlay. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jay Bird on top. Jay, you are so profit-focused, my dude. All right, let's recap it. Baltimore, going to cover the F5 run line, right? Grayson's only going 5 innings. So he's going to cover it up. Slight juice on that one. Then we've got the Twins. Again, another F5 run line cover. I've not been liking these bullpens. That one's plus money, right? That's the Pablo game. Then we have a same game base hit parlay. Brian Anderson and Rowdy Tellez in the elevation and cores. Those single base hits at plus money. Oh, no, I'm sorry. At slightly negative money. It was right around even, depending if you shop that. But it's right there, minus 105. Don't yell at me. Seattle and Oakland, we're going to go 0-4, right? Make sure you get the 0-4. Do it. To be honest, if you're stuck with 4.5, this is going to close 4-5. We don't want the 4-5. So, okay, great job, Jay. We're going to play that one last. So, and then it's over on that last one, Atlanta, Miami, Dodd. First, Jesus Lizard. Unfortunately, as much as I like Jesus, I think the Braves get to him, and I think Miami spanks Dodd. So I think this one's a pure over. We're probably over the full game as well. The bullpens haven't been great. We could have hit that one all, so that's okay. Either way, it's fine. Let's do the base hit. Did you put them together, Jay? Because we want to pair Buxton and Kelnick. We want to pair. Oh, I thought we had 4. Soler. Oh, maybe I screwed up the Rowdy thing. All right, I mean, whatever. Maybe we just go Buxton and Kelnick. And Soler is what it is, All right, let's do a quick board read for the DJ and still hanging out with us. Oh, my gosh. What's wrong with you people? All right, I will be referring to the individual moving averages algorithm. Let's go get him. Real time. I mean, I've been chasing this Cubs run line for forever. I'm feeling such a donkey. Jameson Taillon back. The answer to this one is either Cubs run line or it's over 8.5. All right, I'm going to stall for just a second. We've got 5 minutes on the show. I'm going to try. I'm telling you, I never give the show reeks of effort. I'm never, ever leaving if there's 1 minute left. How's the weather blowing in? Patrick Corbin stinks, man. That Corbin regression game has got to be coming, right? He was really good last time out? I want to trade rectangular in a rectangular manner on him. He gave up 3-3, 2-4. Oh boy. All right, let's go over the 8.5. I want to go with. I don't like to bet on guys their first time off the IL. So that way, in case Washington comes out and spanks Corbin, we won't be upset. We'll let the bullpens melt down for us. I think they both kind of suck. So yeah, both bullpens have been bad. ERAs north of 4.5, whips north of 1.35, double-digit walk rates on both teams. So over 8.5, that's the first one. Again, I like to build these full game, give us a little run. Next up, Pirates and Rays. Oh, you know the sharp money's on Vinny V, right? Sharp money's got to be on Vinny V. And Zach Eflin, who's been pretty good. I mean, the algo, of course, they're going to have the Rays winning because their offense is so darn good. The scoring, unfortunately, is like right on the nose. Okay, I think what I want, let's take the full game Pittsburgh run line. Because I'm seeing that one at like minus 120, minus 115. That will get us some exposure to Vinny V, who's been good. I know people don't believe it. And you get us exposure to the Pirates offense, which is not terrible. Right? Again, I know. It's like Pirates LOL, Tampa, everything. I'm going to go flip side on Zachary Adams Eflin. Then I've got the Mets and the Tigers. Okay, I think this one opened 8.5. I want it under. Because that's where I think I'm at, is probably the under on this one. Again, the model is always going to love Verlander. I wish this one, and Erod has been so good. Oh, it's like such a split right here. I even basically tied, which means, you know what? It'd probably be the same thing. Give me Tigers run line. Again, I'm betting. This is betting the algo. I'm not wish casting anything on us here. This is it. And again, that's usually the answer. A lot of times, sharp people I think get that better than I do sometimes. If you don't get the answer, that's when the bad team wins or comes close. So that's the third one. Last one on the board. It's Angels and it's Cardinals. I've got the Angels winning nicely, but I'm also pretty far over. Over move to 9. Oh, wow, plus money. I've got Angels with the win. So if we get plus 120, yeah, they take that's ridiculous that it's the price guard. So let's take the plus 120 Angels outright win. Put them together. What do you got? Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop. I've got like 1372 on my end. Jay's got 1410. Okay, we really should be putting a 2 spot on this. Let's not burn everybody's money. And if we hit, we cover a few bets, which I love. Like that's really the purpose of this. The purpose of a parlay should not be to like win it all. That's not how you do it. And again, 5 would probably be irresponsible for only betting 10 on full bets. But 2 is not. 20% of a full play to get this kind of return is okay. So get out. Oh no, Trout. Ah! Ah! It's okay, man. I got you here. You guys are also sharp. NJ, Far Sports on top of it. Yeah, I know. It's okay. What are we going to do, man? So that'll do it, everybody. Appreciate you so much. Remember, quick recap on the parlay. So this is all in the afternoon. Sorry if you missed this. I'm sorry. We love you. That other screen, believe it or not, Jay, was even better because it was only one spot. Pittsburgh. Oh, I see it. Cubs and Nats go over the 8.5 full game. Pittsburgh keeps it close, plus 1.5. Detroit keeps it close, plus 1.5. We're betting on Erod and Vince Velasquez, everybody. And then the Angels to win it, Griffin, the winged lion, Griffin Canning. That will do it, man. We love you guys so much. We'll be back with player prop savant and a guest in the chair. Call to the Pen HQ, betstamp.app/call to the pen. Big Johnny Stud, hang out with Mr. Cooper, Rob Pizzola, Can-Am Connection. The Pizza Man bringing you the large round, yo. I'll see you 23 hours from now. When you work this hard, it feels a lot less like yo. Peace.